Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to call on Marcin Durlak to address our graduating students. Marcin is the Managing Partner and Joint Founder of IMD Solicitors. He graduated from our university with a graduate diploma in law and the legal practice course and remains an active member of our alumni community. A qualified solicitor in England and Wales, Marcin has transitioned from direct legal practice to focusing on building and leading high-performing teams. Under his guidance, IMD has evolved into a multi-award-winning firm, including being recognised as one of the Sunday Times best places to work, and continues to rise in the Legal 500 rankings. Marcin pioneered the introduction of the 4-day week at IMD, a transformational initiative that is setting new standards within the legal profession. Marcin serves as a council member of the Manchester Law Society and is chair of its international committee. Last year, he and his wife, Ivona, co-founder of IMD, were named joint winners of the Managing Partner of the Year award at the Modern Law Awards. Please welcome Marcin Durlak.
Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, graduates, guests. First of all, congratulations. Today is your day. You have spent years working towards this moment. Some of you have balanced your studies with work, family commitments, and other responsibilities. Whatever your journey has looked like, you should be incredibly proud of what you have achieved. Standing here today is particularly special for me because Manchester Metropolitan University played an important part in my own journey. When I arrived in the UK from Poland in 2004, I had one suitcase and no clear idea what the future would look like. Like many immigrants, I took whatever work I could find. I worked as a waiter. I spent my days peeling potatoes in the chip shop. I worked hard, but becoming a solicitor felt like a very distant dream. My original plan was actually to qualify as a lawyer in Poland. About a year after arriving in the UK, I returned to sit the Polish bar entry exam. I failed. The failure forced me to rethink my future and ultimately sent me on the path that led me here today. I started applying for legal jobs across North Wales. Every application was either rejected or ignored. At some point, I realized that if I wanted a different outcome, I needed a different environment. So I packed my bags again and moved to Manchester. I continued applying to law firms and eventually secured a job as an administrator. It wasn't the job I had dreamt of, but it was an opportunity. The same year, I enrolled at Manchester Met. But the progress wasn't linear. I juggled work and studies. I failed my contract law exam, but I carried on. I took initiative, became involved in marketing, helped build a new department, and started bringing work into the firm. Eventually, I was rewarded with a training contract, and a couple of years later qualified as a solicitor. In 2015, together with my wife, Ivona, I co-founded IMD Solicitors. Looking back, I learned that success is rarely a straight line. Careers involve mistakes, setbacks, and disappointments. The people who succeed are not necessarily the most talented. Often, there are people who simply keep going. The people who learn, the people who adapt, the people who refuse to let a setback define them. Today, together with my wife, I lead a law firm that we built from scratch. Along the way, there have been awards, achievements, and moments I could never have imagined when I first arrived in the UK, including standing here in front of you today. But none of these things happened because everything went to plan. They happened because I kept moving forward when things did not go to plan. So as you leave Manchester Met and begin the next chapter of your lives, my message is simple. Be ambitious, adapt, take initiative, don't be afraid to start small. And when things don't go your way, and at some point they won't, don't see it as failure. See it as part of the process. Some of your greatest successes may come from setbacks that today seem disappointing. Graduates, today you celebrate an important achievement. You have earned it. Enjoy it, be proud of it, and have confidence in what comes next. I wish every one of you success, fulfillment, and happiness in your careers and in your lives. Congratulations, and thank you.